I saw the film It, which is based on the Stephen King novel, which is an absolute doorstep of a book. It is massive. The film only deals with one part of the book, that is a group of children in a town called Derry in Maine, in America, a made-up place, of course. It's set in the 1980s, where I believe the book was set in the 1950s. This is no big deal. In a way, the town has a 50s feel to it. It's bright. Indeed, the parents of the children all look as if they could be in the 1950s. But it's the children who are the focus of this film, and their relationship with an absolutely terrifying clown who, when we first meet him in the opening scenes, there's an extended scene of a child following a paper boat down the street, down the gully, and looks into the sidewalk where the water's pouring in. And that is where we meet the clown, who's brilliantly played by Bill Skarsgård. Truly terrifying when you first meet him in the early stages of the film. From then on, children go missing, posters go up. Each child has their own confrontation with the clown, who has what can only be described as absolutely devilish, frightening laugh. His voice is more terrifying than he looks, but the film is edited in a way, like most horror films, where the clown is framed in a way that's designed to shock, and it does for the most part. So back to the kids. Well, it's a children's world, and only they can see this clown, so each encounter they have is quite frightening. But it dawns on them eventually that it's them and them only who are seeing the clown. So they bond over the clown. They become the losers gang. They're joined by a kind of tomboyish girl, Beverly, played brilliantly by Sophia Lillis. She's the most interesting character in this all-male young group. It's really good group dynamic that reminds you of Stand By Me in some ways, but unfortunately, as the film proceeds and they encounter the clown and try to resolve the mystery, not quite in a Scooby-Doo manner, but it feels very much like the Goonies, which is not great. As the film proceeds, it's entertaining, but it becomes less frightening. Basically, the clown is overexposed. You see too much of the clown. It's not held back enough. The effects get better, but the frights go down. And by the end, the film loses a lot of its power. Never really regains the power of the first 20-30 minutes. The film, though, is poised for a second part. When the kids grow up, they move out of the town of Derry, they get lives, but are drawn back to the town. And it's there they will meet up again to deal with the issues of the clown. This figment, not of their imagination, maybe, but it's their fear. It's something within the town that's really bad. I think that's where the most interesting film will be made. The second part, which it's absolutely signed up to do when they're adults. And hopefully the clown plays less of a part in the second installment, but a more effective, mature and frightening part. One thing I will say, the film